We have turned to Calgarians for their thoughts on Jody Wilson-Raybould's testimony and any impact it may have on the federal Liberals. Doug Basin is out gathering some of the comments this morning. What have people been saying, Doug?
Hey, good morning to you, Dallas. Well, I must say, first and foremost, following Rachel Notley's comments about what's happening with the energy industry here in Alberta, you can expect to get a certain response about Prime Minister Trudeau right now, especially after such dramatic statements from the former Attorney General. And the question that we've been putting to people on their way to work this morning, do you believe Jody Wilson-Raybould's statements to that committee? And if so, what should Justin Trudeau, our Prime Minister, do? Should he resign? Plain and simple, that's the question we put to people on their way to work here.
Seems a bit harsh. I think they need further evidence to support that.
If he wants to have some respect for Canadians, he definitely should resign. Because, if he has such a problem and we love the faith for the government, we have to allow somebody we really believe that is going to do something for us. Why he's worried about the economy of Quebec and he's worried about the economy of Alberta.
I don't know if I necessarily believe it. It's 30 years compelling. Should he? Probably. Will he? I doubt.
Well, I didn't have a chance to watch all of it. I did watch some of it, and what I saw, I definitely believed. And yes, Trudeau should definitely resign.
More than one had commented that we need a federal election, and one is on the horizon. We'll have to wait and see how this further develops, though. Doesn't appear to be over yet. Back to you.
Certainly not. Thanks, Doug.
Danielle Smith from 770 CHQR joins us this morning to continue this conversation, and there are, well, many angles we could come at this whole topic about Danielle.
What I will say is how amazing those streeters were, that everybody knew exactly what Doug was talking about and had really good opinions on it. I don't know that I've ever seen a Commons committee get together and have everybody in the country drop what they're doing so that they can listen to the testimony. But it was a bombshell. I didn't quite know what to expect, because I think even as we speak, though who knows what might happen later in the day, she's still a member of the Liberal caucus. And so I don't know how you give bombshell testimony like that and then still remain part of the fold in supporting the Prime Minister in the position that he's in. The question put to the people about whether or not he should resign. I want him to stay because I want him to be defeated. Because one of the things that happened yesterday is that the facade that he has of being this feminist activist supporting Indigenous communities was blown to shreds. It's basically my way or the highway. And if you don't do it my way, we're going to kick you out and choose a white guy from Montreal who will do exactly what I say. And I suspect that's what's going to happen with the new Justice Minister, David Lametti.
Danielle, do you think this will split the Liberal Party a little bit?
Yes,
do you think more people will hold the line?
I absolutely do. And I think that that's something that, I tend to be on the more conservative side of the spectrum. It'd take a lot for me to ever consider voting Liberal. So I think that this kind of self-destruction is something that would be far better for Andrew Scheer. I'm surprised Andrew Scheer is calling for Justin Trudeau's resignation, because if you have a resignation, Jody Wilson-Raybould would be the obvious person to replace, and that would allow the party to rejuvenate and probably regroup and probably win another majority government. So we're going to go through all of that today. I've got a couple of lawyers lined up who I think will give us different perspectives on whether or not the pressure crossed the line into being obstruction of justice, which is a criminal offense. Interestingly, she did not think it did. For all the pressure that she had, for all the inappropriateness of it, she said she did not think it crossed the line into being criminal. And then we'll also get some political commentary about whether or not this is just the way things done. Maybe there's nothing unusual to see here. Maybe this is just standard practice for businesses that operate in Quebec. And if so, that tells us a great deal about how our country works. So we got a full lineup on it today.
We're running out of time, but I just want to ask you a question from a different angle. Being a former politician, it sounds very ethical what Jody Wilson-Raybould has done here. If you look back 20, 30 years ago to yourself as an aspiring politician, as a woman, what does this say to younger women looking to get into politics?
Oh, man, our audience was gushing over her yesterday. And you had people saying, Scott, I think, texted in saying, I'm a staunch conservative. My daughter's in law school. I've said that is the person that she should be trying to emulate when she gets out on the other side and gets into her professional career. There is nothing I can say about the poise and the amount of meticulous information that she put on the table, the fact that she was willing to withstand that kind of pressure, kudos to her for her integrity.
Very cool. Danielle, I think this is going to take up your entire show this morning. Starts at 9:30.
Thanks.
Thank you.